Hi, I'm Dan with weBoost, and today we're going to talk about how to install the Drive 4G-X Fleet Professional Cellular Signal Booster. Now keep in mind that this product requires professional installation as it deals with permanent antennas and hardwiring to your vehicle. You can install the Drive 4G-X Fleet on any type of fleet vehicle, police, delivery, ambulances, trucks, and services to guarantee a strong cellular signal wherever duty takes you. Today, we'll show you how to install the Drive 4G-X Fleet onto a 2018 Dodge Ram, which is meant for law enforcement. But don't worry if your vehicle isn't the one being shown, because the process of installation is very similar. Now, before you begin, we recommend disconnecting the vehicle battery leads to avoid any electrical shocks during installation. The Drive 4G-X Fleet box comes with everything you need. You'll find the Drive 4G-X signal booster, the fixed outside antenna, the inside antenna, the 3/4 inch NMO cable mount, and a 12-volt power supply. For ease of installation, we've also included an optional 6-foot cable extension, an O-ring grease pack, and protective tape. You'll also need a 3/4 hole saw to install the outside antenna, and any necessary tools for hardwiring the power supply. First, let's begin with the outside antenna. Begin by pulling the headliner from the vehicle to an unobtrusive area without any cables. Locate a spot on the roof at least 12 inches away from any other antennas and at least 6 inches away from any windows, including sunroofs. Placing the antenna too close to a window or sunroof may allow the two antennas to communicate with one another, causing feedback or oscillation. This will cause the booster to decrease its output power or possibly shut down. We strongly recommend installing the antenna on the roof to guarantee optimal performance. But in some cases, you may need to mount it elsewhere due to obstructing materials or design. This is acceptable, but please understand that mounting the antenna anywhere other than the roof may affect the performance of the booster. Once you've selected the best location for the antenna, apply the protective tape into place. Using a 3/4 inch hole saw, drill a hole in the center of the tape. Feed the NMO cable through the roof until the mount is secured on the roof of the vehicle. Apply the included silicone grease to the O-ring on the NMO collar, making sure the grease doesn't touch the pin contact surface on the O-ring and on the antenna. Finally, screw the collar to the mount base of the antenna until the gasket is touching the roof of the vehicle. Finger tighten the collar, then use a wrench to lock it in place. The NMO cable is 14 feet long, so it can easily run under the headliner and paneling. Pull the headliner down enough to get the cable to the desired side panel so you can get the cable to the floor of the vehicle. Either run the cable under the carpet or on the floor to the desired booster location. The booster should be placed on a location that is free from excessive heat, direct sunlight, moisture, and has proper ventilation. Good locations include underneath the seat or under the dashboard. Please avoid connecting any cables to the booster until both antennas and power supply are properly installed. Next, identify a place to mount the inside antenna. It will have the best performance when mounted vertically. The antenna comes with an adhesive and Velcro mount option. Clean the desired mounting surface with the included wipe, peel the backing off, and attach the antenna on location. Now it's time to hardwire the power supply. Again, the battery should be disconnected to avoid any electrical shocks during installation. Route the cables through the vehicle firewall and locate the fuse box. Keep in mind that if choosing the battery as the power supply, we recommend wiring the booster to cycled power to avoid battery drainage when the vehicle is off. Connect the cable from the outside antenna to the port labeled outside antenna on the booster and connect the cable from the inside antenna to the port labeled inside antenna on the booster. Finally, connect the power supply cord to the booster port labeled power. And that's it. Once your vehicle and booster are running, give some time for your cell phone to adjust to the new signal. And if you have any difficulties installing or testing your booster, don't hesitate to give us a call. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more helpful videos.